So welcome back to another Flask tutorial on SQL. So this will be the last tutorial on SQL that we will need for Flask. So note that we will not cover join or foreign key in this tutorial. Alright, so let's excuse me. So let's pick up where we left off. And then we'll talk about how to select a certain row. So instead of select the whole, the entire rows in table, we're just gonna select a certain row. So to make sure you can follow this video, make sure you have a clean database. Actually, that's not necessary. Just execute following command: drop table if exists, users, create table, users, ID, primary key, auto increment, email, varchar 100. And the username varchar 100. Alright, so and then lastly we're gonna say insert into users where, whoops, spoiler alert, I don't even know I did that. Email username, values, example at example.com. Alright, so if you don't understand line 3 to line 9, I recommend you to watch my previous tutorial on basic SQL commands. So create table, select, drop, and then what else do we also talk about? Drop and delete, yeah. I will probably leave a card where you can check the link in the description below in the playlist, and then yeah. So if you execute this, whoops, I forgot to specify integer here. This semicolon. Alright, so this will be the updated code. I don't know why I forgot about that. So make sure at the end of your each line you have an a semicolon, and then make sure you have integer before the primary key. And now you notice that the users, which were originally blue, now turn into a light green color-ish. So you go to database structure, now you can see user created with these, and if you browse data, you can see users, and now you can see you have ID as 1, email is example, username is example at example.com. So now we're going to talk about how to select with a certain. So let me just create another. So insert into users where why did I always do that? Email username. Like I said, they actually gave me some column suggestions. Values, we'll just say hi at example.com. Hi. And maybe one more. Let's just say dev is me. Alright. Okay. Great. So now we can see if we browse data again, we have 3 rows created. That was great. But so originally we learned select, which recall that you syntax something like this, and now you can see it returns all these 3 rows for me, like all these 3 rows. But what if I want to just select a certain row? Well, you can do that by using where clause. Using where you will specify like a conditional statement. So where, for example, we can say column name equals to, we can just say hi at example.com. And now, when you try to run this, now you will see only this get returned. So, that's just how it works. So, the where keyword will only select rows, no pun intended, where username is, where email is hi.example.com. You can also, so the syntax is column equal sign with the value. So you can also say ID equals 1. Now you can see it's give us the primary key where the ID is 1. Excuse me. Alright. By the way, this is going to be a pretty short tutorial since we're not going to cover it that deep. Especially when you have some previous programming experience, which you should have. Yeah. And then what you can do now is we can say and or. So what if you want to select, let's say select from users where email equals hi@example.com, right? Alright, so what if you want to select where it matches the multiple constraints? So for example, let me create another row. Let me just say insert into users where email, username, values. Okay, come on, why do I always do this? Values, let's just say example, just say hi, short example.com, hi, run this again. Okay, so now if you browse data, you can see we have duplicate row. But it didn't give us an alert because we didn't set unique. So you can use unique keyword when create a table to set a column must be unique. But we can also not. We will learn how to integrate this in Python also in next tutorial. But now we have duplicate row. So now what I can do is if I say select start from users where email equals hi@example.com, it shows the both row. But if I just want to select where the ID is 4, then I can say and ID equals 4. And then this will only give me a result where it matches the both constraint. Also, I can do or, which is still going to return the both row. So you can understand this as a conditional statement. But notice that we didn't use double equal sign or triple equal sign in JavaScript or in Python. Because, well, I don't think we can assign variables in SQL since it's just a query the database. Not necessarily, we don't need to assign variable for any given reason. So probably doesn't have a variable, which means we can just use a 1 equal sign to do the conditional statements. Alright, so that's and or. Now lastly, the last command we're gonna learn in this mini series, we're gonna say update. So you're gonna say update users set column name. So the syntax is update table name set column name equals a new value or old value, which I don't really see the point to making. Set that, and then where generally have where clause, so point to which row do you want to update. So if you want to say update users set email equals fake email at example.com, where ID know that's the whatever row we need to execute, the new email going to be fake email at example.com. But which row do we update? Well, we need to update the row where ID equals 3. If you don't have this where clause, it's probably going to update the whole table. But if you have this where clause, and then if you go to browse table again, now you can see ID with 3 email get updated to fake email at example.com. Alright, so that is all we are going to do for this tutorial. Start with next tutorial, actually going to make a web app that is similar to Blogger, and then we're going to learn how to use the SQL commands, and then integrate with login register system, and then multiple database, design structure, and more. We'll create a next project which is similar to Blogger. Alright, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. And please make sure you subscribe and smash the like button for this video if you haven't. And again, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Yeah.